Well, this is going to be a very pixelated video. I'm using my iPod Touch to film this, but there's been some reports of the Osmo heating up at about 5-minute mark of recording. So I'm going to test that today using an infrared thermometer just to check to see what temperature it actually does get to whilst connected to the iPhone, which seems to be the cause of concern. So let's just go straight into that now. Okay, well, we'll film with these settings, 3840 by 2160 at 60 frames per second. Let's try and see if we can max it out and just see what happens. So we're going to do a reading now with nothing happening, no recording done or anything like that at all. You can see the red dot on there. That is reading basically the same as room temperature. Let's start recording. Okay, away we go. And I use this timer every minute. I'll come back to you and do a reading. Okay, 54 seconds in. Let's boot this up. Let's do a reading now on down the bottom here. It's actually cooled down. Okay, we got a 20. It's probably because it was slightly higher actually where I was recording it from. So 21.9. Let's follow it down. Yeah, so it's cooler at the bottom here. So I'll do two readings. I'm doing the top there and the bottom there. Bottom there, 15.1. Top here is 23 degrees. Okay, well, we're almost 2 minutes in. Let's do it again. Top, we are 24.3. At the bottom, we're 13.3. Okay, we're almost at the 3-minute mark now. Let's test again. Boot them up. So at the bottom, we are 13.1. At the top, we are 26.3. And I'm actually putting my wrist on this line here, so it's the same every single time, the distance from where I'm going from, just so you know. Okay, almost 4 minutes in. Let's take another reading. So at the bottom is 14.4 and the top is 26.3. Okay, almost at the 5-minute mark. Boot it up. So at the bottom we are reading 13.9. Slight increase there. At the top, we are reading 29.5. Now, it's almost at 6 minutes, and because the temperature's still going up, I'm going to keep on recording past the 5 minutes mark. Let's see at the 6-minute mark how we're doing. At the bottom, we're reading around about 13 again. At the top, we are reading 27 at the top. Almost 28. Let's keep holding it there and see what happens here. It's on the same mark. It looks like we're hanging around getting up to the 30-degree mark. 29, essentially. So, coming up to the 7-minute mark. Let's test it again. So, at the bottom, we got 13 degrees. At the top, we have got 31.1 degrees. What I'm going to do, Brucey, is I'm going to wait until it gets to the 10-minute mark and see what the temperature is then. How about that? So we're currently at 7:35. Okay, getting to the 8-minute mark. Let's boot them back up. Try again. Low point. We've got 14.3. High point, we've got 31 again, so it's not climbing at the moment. See what is it, 9 and 10 then. Okay, well, we're at the 9-minute mark, almost at the end of this little experiment. At the bottom, we're recording. Let's bring it down a bit lower, which is where the dot was. Try and get it the same place. We seem to be fixed at about 13. Let's get it up to the top there. And we're at 31.8, so not much of an increase at the moment from what it was a minute ago. Okay, well, we're almost at the 10-minute mark now. Let's boot them up. At the bottom, we are 13.4. At the top, we are 32.2. So it's still increasing slightly. So what I might do is I might then record this again for you guys at 12-minute mark and see what's happened over that 2 minutes. Well, we are almost at the 12-minute mark. Well, in fact, we are at the 12-minute mark now. Let's boot it up. Okay, so we got the dot at the bottom, and we're reading 13.4 at the bottom. Let's measure the top, and we're looking at. And the iPod ran out of thing, but you saw it on there, 34 degrees C. So not massively scientific, but fairly as close as I can be. I tried to keep the thing at the same distance using that line there, kept it in the same position. The only difference is, of course, I wasn't holding this, creating warmth from my own hand, essentially. So that was free in a fairly cool environment to start with. But that's the readings I got. If you guys worried about the overheating, I ran it for 12 minutes and we got up to 34, which is a long way away from any huge heating issue, which is around about, I'm not sure what it is for the metal casing, but it's going to be around about the 50 degrees mark, I think, for electronics. It might be slightly more. You'd have to look at your own laws in your own country and what's acceptable, but that's well below it. So 34 degrees C I've got. Maybe there's other guys out there getting excessive heating on theirs, but to touch, it's next to nothing. You can feel a slight bit of warmth in it. I mean, 34 C's, not a lot, is it? I hope that helps answer some of you guys' questions on that. If you've got any other questions, obviously just let me know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. Not the most interesting video, but for those of you looking about the heat issue, potential heat issue in the Osmo Pocket, this may help.